Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Doubtful what to believe, Chad decides Clyde's fate and Theresa tempts Brady. After Maggie's sensations over the restored Horton house, Julie tells her friend not to marry Constantine. She heard the story about Victor's involvement in Constantine's son's death. She worries Constantine came to get vengeance and is using Maggie to do it. Maggie asks her to trust that she knows what she's doing. Julie deduces there's a plan and wants to hear all about it. Maggie thinks the less she knows, the better. Theresa finds Constantine drinking with his bases up in the Kiriaki's living room. He asks how her plan to marry Alex is going. She gets protective, and they dispute. Brady saunters in, wondering why they were talking about diverting the true heir at law's plutocrat. Constantine says he mixed up his English and leaves. Formerly alone, Theresa grouses to Brady that she and Alex are in an open relationship. She doesn't like sharing, but if he's not going to be exclusive, why should she? She plants a kiss on Brady. Further, Greg Vaughn teases Great Luker sitting casually on the Kiriaki's settee. Constantine smirks while raising a brandy snifter. Alex comes to the demerriments and instantly kisses Kristen. She stops him because, as fun as he is, I am just not that into you. Either, he's in love with Theresa. He denies it, but Kristen says that he was professing his love to Theresa in his sleep last night. He's just using her as a distraction from his true passions. Which is fine, since she's in love with Brady. Alex reluctantly admits she's right, but worries he shouldn't trust Theresa. With Chad's gun aimed at him in the forest land, Clyde declares Abigail is alive. Chad's face twitches and twists. Harris implores him to hand over the armament. Despite doubling down on ending Clyde's life, Chad lowers the gun. He'll let Clyde live so he can figure out how Abigail could conceivably be alive and where she is. He hands the gun to Harris. Further up most memorable daytime Emmy fashion moments glowering at a shackled Clyde, Chad hands Harris a gun in the forest land. Further is this who'll play Xander's mama? At the Horton house, Julie urges Maggie to call off the marriage before it's too late. And why would she do that? Constantine wonders from the hall behind them. The door was open, he explains, noting no bone. Locks their doors in Salem. It's a friendly city, Julie snarks. We don't anticipate to have unpleasant interferers. Constantine declares Maggie is saving his life by marrying him. He'll do everything in his power to cover her. Until death doth us do part. Julie brings up Victor being responsible for the death of his son. As Ava Haight eats the gluten-free chuck. In the motel room, Chad shuffles in. After she leaves to see Harris, Lucas detects Chad's not okay. Chad tells him that Abigail could be alive. Lucas assumes Clyde was just trying to save his own skin, but Chad prodigies, what if he wasn't lying? At the Kiriaki's manse, Brady pulls down from Theresa's kiss to reuse what's going on. She paws at him as she tells him she wants him. Brady resists, wanting to just concentrate on their son together. Theresa knows there's further to them than co-parenting. She swears there'll be no further drama, clinginess, pressure, or demands. Assuming he's really lonely for fellowship and affection, she kisses his neck. He pulls down, gaping hardly into her eyes. At the demerriments, Alex recounts the numerous times it felt like Theresa was about to confess commodity, but also she'd change her mind. And her explanations for her white falsehoods no way make sense. Kristen says if he really loves Theresa, he needs to find out what she wants to tell him. He thanks her for the advice. They wish each other luck with Theresa and Brady independently before he leaves. Further 30 memorable daytime Emmy red carpet look standing elevation from Alex. Kristen rests her indicator cutlet under his nethermost lip when Ava returns to the forest land. Harris gruffly explains he handed Clyde over to the FBI. She knows he's not happy she planned to kill Clyde, but she wouldn't apologize for trying to keep her son safe. She knows she went too far, but it all worked out. Harris says they'll talk further about it when they get back to Salem. He leaves to make sure Clyde is duly reused. At the Horton house, Constantine tells Julie he forgave Victor for his son's sake. He also tells Maggie his visa is officially expiring, so they need to get wedded hereafter. Julie gasps and implores Maggie to suppose this through. Still, Maggie says, by this time hereafter, it'll all be behind us. Further, Casey Moss brings JJ back to Salem. Alone in the DiMera manse, Kristen looks at a print of herself and Brady on her phone. I'm going to do whatever it takes to win you back, she says. And this time I am not going to let you go. Alex returns to the Kiriakis' manse, crying for Theresa, but she's not in the living room. Rather, she's upstairs passionately kissing Brady as they stumble into a bedroom. They fall onto the bed. At the motel, Lucas urges Chad not to believe Clyde. Frustrated, Chad shouts and bangs on the cabinetwork, reminding Chad that he's the bone who set up Abigail after she was attacked. Lucas grows emotional. He loved Abigail, too. Chad embraces him. Murderous intentions, shocking news, massive battle. Days of Our Lives allude at some explosive moment in the land Salem. Coming on Days of Our Lives, someone has murderous intentions, while a character gets shocking news, and two rivals face off. What's set to unfold during Wednesday's show? Time to dive right in. Days of Our Lives. Ava Vitale's got murder on the brain. DOL spoilers for Wednesday, June 5th suggest that Harris Michaels will do all he can to move Ava Vitale that she shouldn't commit murder. Trending. Days of Our Lives star Lindsay Godfrey opens up about some of Sarah Horton's changes. It looks like the two will have Clyde Weston right where they want him, and the mob queen will want nothing further than to do down with the man who has caused her so important grief over the once many months. Will Harris get through to Ava and help her understand that the stylish course of action is handing Clyde over to the authorities? DOL. Chad DiMera's fully blown down. Speaking of Clyde, day spoilers for Wednesday, June 5th indicate that Chad DiMera will be fully caught off guard when he's given shocking news. As per this week's DOL exercise, Weston will tell Chad that Abigail DiMera is still alive. Sounds like the battle will go down during Wednesday's show, so what happens coming, and where exactly has Abby been all this time? Days of Our Lives DA showdown incipiently. DOL spoilers for Wednesday state that EJ DiMera and Melinda Trask will have a showdown over the current D.A.S part in Jude's baby exchange. Announcement. It looks like an explosive battle is set between the two, but what will the fate in this all be? Melinda knows that EJ isn't Jude's father, but will she call out DiMera on all this? While he could hang to expose Melinda, could she turn the tables on him? Suckers will have to tune in to find out. Who's looking forward to Wednesday's show? Leave your studies in the comment section. Maggie and Constantine's marriage, Sarah plans, Alex's discovery. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Friday, June 7th indicate that Maggie Kiriakis and Constantine Meliuni's marriage day has arrived. John Black has plans to catch a crook. Sarah looks forward to her marriage. Alex Kiriakis walks in on Brady Black and Teresa Donovan. Maggie Kiriakis and Constantine Meliuni's marriage. Days of Our Lives suggest Maggie has been staying to catch Constantine in her trap. Still, Constantine decided to move the marriage date over and Maggie has agreed. Still, Maggie needs to find a way to acquaint John in so he can do his part. Constantine is determined to get Victor's plutocrat whether Maggie is dead or alive. Constantine is induced that he destroyed the prenup. He can get his hands on Maggie's plutocrat at any time. Little does Constantine know that he didn't destroy the original, only a dupe that John had given him. Their plan is to make sure Constantine doesn't bother any of them again. How will Constantine handle losing in the end? DOL. Sarah Horton concentrates on her marriage. Sarah Horton may be taking time off of planning her marriage to celebrate with her mama. Still, Sarah is further than ready to get back to her plans and get ready to marry the man she loves. And of course, to meet her mama-in-law as well. How intriguing will this hassle be, since Xander Cook doesn't want his mama around?